everyone. Welcome to Big Internet Marketing Ideas for Small Budgets. I'm your host, Lakeisha Singletary, CEO of TellYourBusiness.com. We are an internet marketing and web design agency, and pretty much the self-explanatory what we do. Now, I started this show because a lot of time I run into businesses and they really either A, they know they need internet marketing, but their budget is a little too small for it, and I understand that being a business owner myself. Or B, they're a local business and they just feel like they don't need to be on the internet. So I thought, hey, let me just start this show just to give you guys ideas, tips, and also just letting you know the importance of internet marketing and why it is needed in your company. So I want this show really to be fun, and I want it to be about you because the show is for you. Feel free to ask us questions via email. You can always send us emails to bigideas@tellyourbusiness.com. Again, that's bigideas@tellyourbusiness.com. We're also on Twitter, twitter.com/tellyourbiz, and facebook.com/tellyourbusiness. Feel free to go there, ask us any questions, and then next Thursday, we'll make sure we address your question. So today I'm just going to talk about the importance of internet marketing. I have my board back here. Sorry about the small print here, but next week I'll make sure it's bold enough so you guys can read it. But I've also added this down below so you don't even have to try to read this. I've typed everything up for you. I got your back, girl. But I've typed everything up for you, and so you're able to actually, come back, watch the video, whatever it is that you need to do to implement some of these things. So the first thing I want to just jump into is small businesses, like I was saying earlier, they equal either no internet marketing or they know that they need it, but they don't have the budget for it. So those are the two categories that I see a lot of companies fall into. So if you're online and know that you need it, I want you to create yourself a social media platform where you basically set up a daily strategy and basically just have an action plan. Don't jump out there and just post things all over the place. I'm on Facebook all the time, and I see a lot of you, sorry guys, gotta tell it like it is. I see a lot of you posting in Facebook, posting your images, but they are in the wrong groups. If your business is B2C, which is business to consumers, you do not need to post your products and services in a B2B group because those people are providing you with a service. Therefore, a lot of times they're not going to read it. If they do read it, they're just going to glance by and keep going because they're not looking for it. You really need to research and see who your target audience is, your niche, find that on Facebook, and make it happen. I have a client, and her target audience is brand ambassadors. So on Facebook, we know they have a community that has brand ambassadors. Therefore, we target that community, that group. Those are considered to be warm leads. If you're targeting business to businesses, then it's fine to post in those type of groups. And that is really how I found you guys, because I did post in the business to business groups because my target audience are businesses. Now the next thing is about customers and your potential customers. And just so one last thing though, if you're not on the internet, get a website at least. Let's just start there. It can be a blog site, go to WordPress.com or whatever it is that you would like to use. And then basically at least get yourself a website. We'll start small, then we'll continue to move you on up to the big boys. So number 2, customers potential equals searching for reputable businesses. Your customers are looking for you on the internet, whether it's on Google, Yelp, and everyone knows about Yelp. Yelp is that review rating site. Some people are actually afraid of Yelp because if you get 1 star or 2 stars, it really can be bad for your company, bad for business. So always make sure that your online presence, make sure you are giving yourself a positive look. And also when you're providing offline services to your clients, make sure you keeping them up with a positive experience. Even though it's offline, they bring it online to those sites, review sites like Yelp. So always try to make sure you give your customers, Customer loyalty program is great to always start a customer loyalty program. They love that. And, they'll help your reviews. Also, another thing about Yelp is a great way for you to use it is for local listings. Now, on the internet, you do start locally and then you move to globally. Because at the end of the day, we all know it's about you making profits. Yes, you want to have 1,000 followers on Facebook, 1,000 followers on Twitter, 10,000, or however many numbers that you would like to have. But at the end of the day, the objective is what? The profits. So make sure you list your business on local listings like Yelp, Yahoo Local. Also, Google Places is another great place to have your business listed. And these things will do wonders, believe it or not. So when someone in your area, they're looking for you locally, they're able to find you. Because if they can't find you, you have no business. The same way, offline marketing is important. Online marketing is just as important because you're reaching a whole lot of people. For those of you who are not online, think about this. If a customer had a bad experience, and your customer is online, because 99% of the people are online, I will tell you that. If they had a bad experience at your business, they're not going to tell you, they're going to tell the world. So they're going to go to these websites and type it in there. You're not online, you don't have a website, but you have a bad reputation online, which leads to having a bad reputation offline. So that's why it's important to make sure that you are on the internet. Next thing is reach more clients. How do I do that? The internet. Duh. Why do you need to do that? Because it can increase your sales, which will increase your profits. And that's what you want. So we have people who's I call them out-of-towners. I'm from South Carolina originally, moved to DC, now I'm in LA, yay! And I love it here, the weather is beautiful. But the out-of-towners, for example, my sister just moved here. She was looking for someone to do her hair and everything, and all natural person. So she went online before she actually came to California, and she found someone. She found them on this website, yeah, actually. So once again, you want to be, even though you're a local business, people, when they come from out of town or out of the country, they kind of, want to make sure when they get here that everything is pretty much set. So they're going to be looking for your company, looking for your business online. So that's another reason why you need to have a great online presence and why internet marketing is important. Then the next thing is social media platforms equals global exposure. So once you get your local exposure down pat, we want to move right along to your global exposure. And you do that via social media. I'm sure a lot of you have a Facebook page, you have Twitter, you have LinkedIn, Instagram. There's so many platforms out there. And I would just say make sure your target audience are on those platforms. Because just because they're there doesn't mean you need every last one, because it can become a job. And being that you're doing it yourself, you want to have enough energy to focus on your business. And the rule of thumb, whenever you're promoting yourself online, we call it the 80-20 rule. And I'm not talking about, the grass is green on the other side, you get with a girl. No. It's the 80-20 rule for internet marketing. I'm talking about the 80% is for your fans. It's for your target audience, the engagement that they want. Ask them questions. The 20% is when you're supposed to promote your business. So we'll do that in a tasteful way. Always remember that. Joining relevant groups, which I talked about earlier. Joining relevant groups equals targeted exposures, and that equals warm leads. And I mentioned that earlier because that is very important. Facebook groups are very powerful, but you got to make sure you're using them correctly. And then pretty much the last couple of things I want to talk about is your brand, your company through social media. And how do you do that? Again, it goes back to having an online marketing strategy. You know your business better than anyone. You know your audience better than anyone. Come up with a strategy, your action plan, and put it into action. Don't post anything on Facebook and then expect everybody to go, oh yeah, I like it, I'm going to share it. Because it's not going to happen. You have to make sure that it is something that is relevant, things that they want to talk about so you can get engagement. The more engagement you have on Facebook particularly, the higher Facebook actually sees you. Their algorithm would then pull your news in people's news feeds, and that's what you want. That's the kind of action you want. And the same thing with Twitter as well. You want people to follow and retweet. And I'll go through, these items in more detail on a later show. So make sure you come back every Thursday and visit us. The last thing is return on investments, and we call that ROI. That is very important because at the end of the day, as I continue to mention, is profits is very important. You have a business, you want to make profits from it. And the internet is the best place to do that. There's so many ways to make money on the internet. I know some people are like, it's not all about the money, but girl, yes it is. Boy, yes it is. It's about the money. So make sure you bring those profits in, because if you make money, then you can hire other people and you're creating jobs for people. So at the end of the day, it is about the money. But then you're helping families, all that is kind of wrapped up into one. So make sure you come and visit us every Thursday. This is our first show. Every Thursdays, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Time. Same place, same time. Make sure you check out our blooper as well. My little niece, she's doing her little, I don't know if that's the Harlem Shake. I didn't even know she was behind me. That's the funny part. But I decided to share it with you guys. And, comment. Feel free to comment below as well. And again, all of this information is down below. And you can always come back and view this video. Until next time, big internet marketing ideas for small budgets. We are out. Lakeisha Singletary. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.